Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and the highest honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash, double honors to my elders and apostles and teachers of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the sincere Akim across the world who are spreading this knowledge and truth and sincerity. May the election be upon your households. God Shalom. With that being said, I want to say that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, that are scattered across the world, and soon the Most High will bring heavy judgment upon the planet Earth. So, without further ado, I began a series of Genesis. So today we're gonna start with Genesis 1, verse 11 and 12 and 13. 11 till 13. But first, let's read a little bit above. Let me see. So let me just start at 1. In the beginning, the powers created the heaven and the earth, like I explained. Yahweh Shai and the angels created the heaven and the earth, the galaxy in order of the Most High Yahweh. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the spirit of the powers moved upon the face of the waters, the galaxy. And the power said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And the power saw the light that it was good. And the powers divided the light from the darkness. And the powers called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. So there was one light that was brighter than the other one. Yet one dimmer light and the other was bright. And the evening and the morning were the first day. Now, 1 day with the Lord is as 1,000 years. So this was after 1,000 years, And the powers, verse 6, and the power said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And the powers made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. So the waters, representing the sky and space, and also representing water as a fluid, So the firmament is like the ozone layer. So the ozone layer divides the heaven, the sky, as we see it right now, where you look up in the sky, and space. So verse 8, and the powers called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. And the power said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let a dry land appear." And it was so. And the powers called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas, and the power saw that it was good. Verse 11, and the power said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself, upon the earth." And it was so. So again, Genesis 1 verse 11, and the power said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed." What is the herb yielding seed? When you type in the word herb, you get all types of spices, herbs, spices, like this one. Oh, wait a minute. And the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind. Now, a fruit tree, we all know what a fruit tree is. Like this, for example. Well, when you go into the word, let me see, when you go to the word seed, when you look up the word seed, let me go into the Blue Letter Bible, Genesis 1 verse 11. I believe it says Zara, seed, Zara. You read Hebrew, you read from right to left, Zara, if I'm pronouncing it correct, which means seed, sowing, offspring, or sowing seed, semen, feral. So it's also talking about semen, offspring, descendants, posterity, children, a moral quality, a practitioner of righteous, sowing time, let me see here, strong definitions. seed figuratively, fruit plant. Okay, so it's talking about the plants, the fruits that are coming, but it's also actually, when you look up the word seed even further, semen. Okay, it actually shows you that everything grows, which has seed basically. Okay, now when you look to humans, the man has the seed. Okay, so the man also decides if the child is going to be a girl or a boy. Okay, now for example, when you go when you look at let me see, let me do this. Different apple trees. Different apple trees. Is that a good picture? It's not really sharp. Let me. No, that's not a good one. Anyway, just imagine. Just imagine that you have a field of apple trees, but you have like green apples. Just like when you go to the store, right? You can choose which apple brand you want. Now, let's say if you first started the apple tree in Holland, okay, you pluck an apple, you take the seed, and you plant the seed in the ground in China, in Suriname, okay, in America, and let's say in South Africa. All those trees might not look like the same tree, okay, because they are being sown in different environments, okay, getting different nutrients. So it might look like the one apple tree might look like this one, the other might look like this one, okay. But the point is, it's still an apple tree, okay, because it's the seed is still an apple tree from Holland, okay, because the seed came from the apple of Holland. Now the same explanation is with humans. When a man puts his seed into a woman, he can have a woman of the Chinese race, or Brazilian, South African, okay, American. Okay, the children might not look like him per se. Okay, they might look like their mother, but it's still what, the seed of the man. Okay, now the scriptures also said that the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Let me see if I can get that real quick. I believe it's in Corinthians. Let me see. First Corinthians 11 verse 8. Come, 1 Corinthians 11 verse 8. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Point made. You see, the woman is of the man. Why? Because the man has seed, which determines if it's gonna be a boy or a girl. Now going back to Genesis 1 verse 1. Genesis 1 verse 11. And the power said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. And it was so. Whose seed is in itself. So when you have fruit with seed in it, okay, that's actually real fruit. When you have fruit without seed in it, it's actually, genetically modified. Okay, let's say for example, I'm typing it in the Dutch. Let's say you have, for example, berries, okay, or grapes. I don't know how you call it in English right now, but they sell these without the seed in it, okay, without the seed. Drive and pit, without this, okay, without the seed in it. They sell it without this, so they are genetically modifying it. Meanwhile, the seed is actually very good, okay, for your how do you say that? Spijsvertering. Let me see. It's good for your, what's the English word for that? Yes, digestion. It's good for that. So when you see fruit without seed in it, okay, you should rethink of eating it, man, because really it's been messed around with it quite a lot. So the scripture clearly shows you that fruit has seed in itself. Okay. Well, after his kind, when you look up this word after his kind, actually you have one kind and then you can have different species out of it. Like the example I gave with the apples, right? The apple tree from China, from South America, from America, from let's say Suriname, and from South Africa, they are different species, okay, but they come from the same kind. The apple from the Holland tree, okay, they sprang forth out of one kind. Okay, now species is not a new kind; it's just a further evolution of a kind that already existed. You see. Now Esau, of course, is busy with his experiments, so he's fucking that up, obviously, but he will get his punishment for it. Now, anyway, Genesis 1 verse 11 again, and the power said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth," and it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself again after his kind. And the power saw that it was good. Now, you also have herbs to heal, of course. And let me see if I can. Let me think. Yeah, let me do that one. Let me go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, okay, 38, verse 1. Because herbs, they can be used for healing also, okay? So this is Ecclesiasticus 38, verse 1. Honor a physician, okay, a healer, with the honor due unto him for the uses which he may have of him. So honor him for the things that he can do for you. For the Lord hath created him. For of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. Okay, so of the Most High, of course, comes healing, but you have to honor the physician. Okay, the skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. The Lord hath created medicines. Salakia. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise shall not abhor them. Okay, meaning like toss them to the side, like, oh, I don't need them. The Lord had created medicines out of the earth. Okay, so it's good to use certain herbs if you have certain diseases, or you want to get certain benefits out of your food. Okay, it's good to use certain herbs. Okay, the Most High has created it, but it does not mean that everything that the Most High created is good to use. Okay, there are also, for example, dangerous plants you need to stay away from. Okay, so you have someone called a physician who is skillful in knowing these plants, knowing these herbs, knowing these how to make medicines out of it. Okay. Now, let me see. Let me jump to verse 9. My son, in thy sickness be not negligent, but pray unto the Lord, and he will make thee whole. So it's a combination of praying to the Most High for healing, and also you are also allowed to use herbs, okay, because it's good to use herbs. Okay, the Most High created medicines out of the earth, you see. So I'm gonna make another video also about this topic. I was already thinking about it, but let me go back to Genesis 1 verse 1. I hope it's making a bit of sense what I'm saying. So Genesis 1 verse 11, 12, let me see, 13. And the evening and the morning were the third day gone. The third let me say that the 3,000 years are past right now. That's it. Okay. So let me see if I had anything more to say about the seed. Yeah, one thing actually. What's noticeable is that the Most High, he first created the plants the trees, okay, fruits, for it to blossom. And then later on he created the humans, the animals and stuff like that. Why? Well, how would the humans or animals eat grass or fruit if there was nothing yet, or live? Okay, so it's pretty logic that the Most High first created plants and things like that, made it blossom, and then later on the humans for us to live in, to eat. So that's beautiful in itself. And let me see what else I got more. Yeah, that was it. That was it. That was it. That was it, I think. Because, yeah, that's for another video. So, Yaratasa, with that, I hope it was edifying. I want to give all praises and the highest honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahshai, Ba'ashem Kakadash, double honors to my elders and apostles and teachers for Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the sincere Akim across the world who are spreading this knowledge into it to sincerity, and may the election be upon your households. God Shalom.